Okay, I recently came across a really good YouTuber named Christy0misty. She totally knows how to put forth a good message. She's got a lot of hope and optimism in all the topics she covers. Recently, she's been talking about militant feminism that really is a bit of a danger to allow, like, into our schools, for example. Christy0misty then got attacked by a guy in England named TheManWhoFellToEarth, and this gentleman is like accusing her of saying things she never said, which is a big mistake. We see more of this on YouTube, and people should try not to do that. It's when you hear somebody say one thing, and then you just imagine they must also believe all these other things when they don't. I advise this gentleman in England, listen to what Christy0misty says, talk about those points, period. Don't also interject. And also, the guy's cursing at her left and right. He sounds very unprofessional, whereas Christy0misty looks so professional and spot on that she could be on CNN or Fox News as a professional newscaster, honestly, and earn herself a couple $1 million a year. I actually have connections high up in the entertainment industry, and I, in fact, will be passing some of her videos on to some people that could actually land her a job. She's a very good person.
Good afternoon. I'm taking part of my one day off this week to do something that friends, subscribers, and fellow MRAs alike told me not to do. And that is to respond to a video response made opposing my recent Feminism Part 6 video titled Backlash. It was made by a male feminist who calls himself the man who fell to earth. Some of you have described him as the man from hell to earth. Some of you say he's not a man at all. Others of you have called him a troll, and I certainly don't feed the trolls. His entire video is based on personal insults rather than a single stated fact, so this is one that I normally wouldn't even dignify with a response. But in this particular case, I see a grand opportunity to prove some points that I've been trying to make all along.
Backlash. In an effort to scare the viewer so obvious it would be entirely unsurprising if she pops up wearing a scream mask and waves a knife at the viewer throughout. When my own intestines leapt up through my body and tried to strangle my brain simply for self-preservation the moment that Christy0misty opened her mouth.
I'm not sure what I have said in any of my videos that anyone could find terrifying. Perhaps he's feeling convicted by the truth and he finds it frightening. As he said, his intestines leapt up in his throat and choked him, or something like that. As far as I know, he's the first one to find me scary. In fact, I'm constantly telling you to go do your own research. Look this up for yourself, am I not? Have I ever said just take my word for it? No.
Clearly Christy0misty has been to the Karl Rove school of terrifying people into believing whatever the fuck you tell them to, because she throws words like radical and mass confusion around without bothering to engage with trifling little things like defining these concepts or having the vaguest fucking clue about what she's talking.
If he had watched my whole series before critiquing it, rather than simply attacking the last in the series, he would know that the entire point of my first video was definitions of such terms.
Modern media storage technology means that potentially this stuff could last for centuries, so let's think about the impression we're giving to our great-great-great-grandchildren before we open our fucking mouths, alright?
Well, I hope that my grandchildren and great-grandchildren will appreciate my viewpoint, or at least respect it, unlike you, sir.